Greetings dear friends, Dragon here once again. If it's your first time finding the channel, then do please consider clicking the red button and subscribing if you like what I do. 2 packages just in from Yukipalo, easily one of my favourite online retailers, particularly when it comes to Korean releases, and everything inside these 2 boxes are all Korean releases. But I think a few titles that I don't hear people speaking about that much, so if you're looking for some recommendations for some Korean cinema to check out, then hopefully this will be of interest. But enough rambling, let's take a little look inside the boxes. Jay always does a really good job of packaging. I ended up getting these at slightly different times. Yukipalo really good for doing quite a lot of used items, and I think most of these are actually used stock, so they're quite a lot cheaper than getting them new, because there's a few titles that are kind of out of print and a bit trickier to track down these days. So we'll get all the unboxing done first, and then we'll take a look at all 4 titles. So I think it's just 2 in each box. Okay, so inside these nice kind of bubble mailers, we have first out are 2 movies actually by the same director. So this is The Thieves, the Steelbook release. I won't do full unboxings of these just yet. We'll dive into those on separate videos. But this is The Thieves, a kind of Chinese and Korean co-production, so it has the incredible Simon Yam starring in it, and kind of a little bit of an Ocean's 11 style heist. Really good fun, and getting it principally because I'm going through a little bit of a Lee Jun-jae phase, the actor that many people might know from Squid Games, but I've been really enjoying quite a lot of his earlier Korean movies. But yeah, just a good kind of gang of crooks with different skills going up to rob a casino in Macau, and just kind of how that unfolds. There's a few different versions of this available, and this is the Steelbook version, so at some point I'll do a proper unboxing for that. So this is The Thieves, directed incidentally by Dong Hoon Choi, who also directed this one. This is Assassination, and again this is a Steelbook release, one that I was kind of kicking myself for missing out on when it was originally released kind of 2 years ago or so. Very different film to The Thieves, a little bit more serious period film, and set around an assassination attempt on kind of Japanese generals in occupied Korea. But absolutely fantastic movie. Again, also starring the wonderful Lee Jun-jae, and kind of main actress in it is the incredible Jun Ji-hyun, who, if anybody knows My Sassy Girl, kind of classic kind of Korean rom-com from 25 odd years ago now. She was the main actress in that, and has kind of had a pretty incredible career since. Starred in the French production of Blood, the Last Vampire, in the lead role in that, and then more recently has been seen in the sort of spin-off series from Kingdom, Netflix's Korean zombie series. She was in Ashen, the kind of spin-off character, so she played Ashen, but really that's her here. So you had kind of really great, very slick production. I think mostly all filmed on a huge backlot close to Shanghai, which they kind of set up to kind of look at the sort of period time when it is set. But yeah, incredible movie, very slick. One I'm looking forward to checking out again, because the version that I saw had the worst subtitles, and I think the subtitles on this should be a whole lot easier to understand. That is the proper Showbox release, so it should have a decent official English subs on it. And into here, and 2 quite different movies again. This is a second-hand release of plain archive release of The Silenced. The Silenced is because this one's already open, but it's second-hand. You can take a little look. These other ones, even though they were marked as used, are still sealed, which I'm quite surprised by. But yeah, The Silenced, directed by Lee Hae-young, who directed The First Believer. He didn't do the pretty appalling sequel, which showed up very recently on Netflix. He had nothing to do with that at all, but he directed the original Believer, a kind of remake of Johnny To's Drug War, and also more recently directed Phantom, which is great, kind of another period, but quite intriguing movie. But this is The Silenced, which is kind of his quite hard to define movie, really. It kind of takes place at this kind of all-girls school, where our sort of main character, the main actress, I think is Park Bo-young. She's sent there after she's kind of suffering with her health, and sent to this place partly for recuperation, and also because her parents don't really want to have to deal with her, sort of like a boarding school. And while she's there, she kind of makes friends with a couple of other girls who are there, most principally with Park So-dam, you might know from Parasite and from Special Delivery, and it sort of turns out that there's something a little bit underhand going on at the school. With spoilers, it's sort of a little bit of a Captain America style super soldier program that the Japanese are trying to do. So they're testing various different kind of techniques on the girls, different kind of types of medicines to see if they can awaken sort of superhuman strength and superhuman abilities in the girls. But that's kind of really kind of quite buried deep in amongst the plot. It's kind of quite a lot more about the relationship between the two girls and how they're kind of just enduring the kind of bullying and the uncomfortableness of being in such a strict school. But yeah, really, really nice edition. Beautiful plain archive edition. That was our 2 leads here. I think 2 discs. There's quite a few extras on it. That is still sealed, so I won't bust into that just now. And we get a photo book, but very sumptuous, really beautiful sets, incredible cinematography, and just amazing performances all around. Really, it's a really pretty compelling film. If you liked Park Chan-wook's The Handmaiden, similar sort of feel in terms of the cinematography and the feel of the movie. But yeah, beautifully shot, and really just a pretty sweet movie about the relationship between the 2 girls and their sort of friendship as they kind of bond in difficult circumstances, but with an underlying slightly superhero element to it. Yeah, kind of genre mashing that the Koreans are doing so incredibly well at the moment. But yeah, one of the most interesting movies I've seen in the last couple of years, and certainly if you enjoyed the first Believer, you'll absolutely love this, because it's equally as well made. And then last but by no means least, again, this has arrived sealed, so I thought it was a second-hand copy when I got it, because it was really pretty cheap. And this is The Master, starring Lee Byung-hun and the wonderful Bang Dong-wan. Bang Dong-wan you might know from Lang the Wolf Brigade. He was also quite recently in Broker. The second Train to Busan movie, Peninsula, and The Priests. Kind of good sort of Korean supernatural movie, that is him there. So yeah, kind of a little bit of a 2-man show really, of the kind of going against each other, with Bang's character being a cop, trying to take down Lee Byung-hun's charismatic kind of leader of this sort of pyramid scheme, slight scam financial operation, where he's kind of like fleecing people, taking them for lots and lots of money, and then trying to run away with all the cash. And he's essentially kind of trying to kind of take down his empire. But yeah, really good. Kind of some action elements in it towards the sort of the third act. Kind of once they actually kind of managed to get quite close to him, but just all around really well made. Kind of great movie, and a huge fan of Lee Byung-hun. Lee Byung-hun, I'm assuming nobody needs an introduction to, but he is probably most well known in the West for being in I Saw the Devil and A Bittersweet Life. Has done a couple of American movies. I think he's plays Storm Shadow in those first incarnation of the G.I. Joe movies, and he was in Terminator Genesis briefly as the kind of the new Terminator. Not a great movie, Terminator Genesis, but interesting to see Lee Byung-hun in one. And his Korean work's been incredible. So yeah, I mentioned I Saw the Devil and A Bittersweet Life. The Good, the Bad, the Weird's also absolutely fantastic with him in it, and Masquerade, if you're kind of looking for something a little bit different, where he plays 2 separate roles in it. But yeah, great bunch of 4 movies. Arrived really quickly. Shipping was pretty reasonable, and they're all nice kind of full sub editions, but came in an awful lot cheaper than they would be had I got them all new, particularly for the Silenced, which could be really expensive. Plain archive stuff tends to hold its value second hand and can run into just hundreds of dollars, and this was certainly not that. So yeah, check out Yukipalo. I'll leave a link down below, and you can check out Jay's website and see if you find anything that takes your fancy. I've been the Fanatical Dragon. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.